bullshit. I'm just skint. That's the point. I'm skint. Anyone here skint? Yeah, it's a very dangerous position to be in. Especially at this job. I'm a comedian. You know, I've got to do things. I've got to go out and see people and observe them so I can write material about them. You know, at the moment I can't afford to eat. I can't afford to leave the house. What sort of fucking material am I going to come up with then? You know, hey, ever notice how your tears are thinner when you've got no potassium in your diet? Hey. Bullshit. It's awful. I'm not a shock comic. I'm not going to try and shock you. I mean, you might have heard the words already earlier tonight or in stand-up. You know the words, the big offensive words that the comedians say. I'm just going to say them. I hope that's okay. I'm not making any jokes. The big three are rape, paedophilia, necrophilia. They're the big three. They're terrible acts, not worth joking about. The thing is just I've always thought that murder is like a far worse act. You know, murder is the worst thing that a person can do. But that word, murder, it doesn't shock us in the same way. You know, it's far more socially acceptable. If you don't believe me, let me ask you all a question, right? Do you think that Sophie Ellis-Bextor would have had anywhere near the level of success that she had if she'd released a single called Paedophilia on the Dance Floor? I don't think Agatha Christie was ever going to write a Poirot novel called Necrophilia on the Orient Express. You know? Certainly don't think Dick Van Dyke will ever star in a daytime hospital drama called Diagnosis Rape. Like, what? That's bullshit. It's because I say things like that, which is why I'm never going to be famous. I'm never going to be a star. Why you fucked up my one opportunity. I've been waiting my whole life and you fucked it. I'm never, well done. Mission accomplished, mates. My name's Sean McLoughlin, it's not a name worth remembering. You're never going to say to your friends, Sean McLoughlin, yeah, I saw him before he was famous. You'll never say that. You never say that. The best you'll ever say is Sean McLoughlin. Yeah, I saw him before he killed all those people. Yeah. I want to be famous. I want to be famous. Well, not just famous, I want to be an artist. That's what I want. I want to be a fucking artist. Because people love artists. People love them. You'll be a bellend and people will still love you, you know. In fact, if you're a bellend, people love you even more. People think there's something romantic about that. You know, I always hear people say, well, you know, he drinks too much, he's bad with money, he gets into fights, but maybe he needs that darkness inside him to produce such great art. You know, never hear that about anything else. You never hear, well, you know, he drinks too much, he's bad with money, he gets into fights, but maybe he needs that darkness inside him to run such a successful newsagent. You're never anything. My mum's American, I'm half American, I have an American passport, which is pretty cool. People think it's very glamorous that I've got an American passport. I mean, I have been to America a lot. The thing is, I mainly have to go where my grandma lives. So I went to America a couple of years ago, and all my friends were like, wow, you're going to America? Where are you going? New York? Chicago? I'm like, no, I'm going to La Crosse, Wisconsin. That's where I'm going. That might not mean much to most of you. That's the equivalent of someone in, like, San Francisco going, guys, I'm going to England. Wow, where are you going, man? London? Manchester? No, man. I'm going to fucking Hull. So I'm going... Let's sit in the Rose and Crown, talk about immigration. Sweet. Love America, though. Love America. Love Americans. Very different than British people, though. Very different than British people. They drink Pepsi over there. Like on purpose, not just when there's no Coke. Like they choose to do it. It's insane. Very optimistic as well. Very optimistic. In America, they tell every child they could grow up and become the president. You know, people say, how come we don't do that over here? How come we don't say every child can become prime minister? Why would you? Why would you ever say that to a child? Hey, you work hard, kid, you become the most hated person in the country. You could follow your dream. I've done nothing. I've done nothing in my life. 25 years, done nothing. On an interview thing recently, one of the questions was, what is the greatest moment of your life? And do you know what it is? Honestly, hand on heart, greatest moment of my life? 4 years ago, I had a Pizza Hut buffet and they undercharged me. That's the greatest moment of my life.